Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Man, what in the name of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Suits, and kind of skullduggery is this woman on? Nicole Fegan. She's not a direct attorney for Young Thug in the YSL chase, but she was associated with other defendants that are related to the YSL trial. What happened to her was she was arrested. A lawyer was arrested allegedly for telling one of the suspects to dispose of his phone, and so that is evidence tampering. So she was out there on Instagram, flying jiggy. She had her nails done, her teeth were white or bleached or whatever the case may be. She had a hoodie on. She's fairly good looking woman, but that don't mean nothing. You got to have your mind behind you. She didn't have the thought. She didn't. She was pretty. She's not that bright. She must not have been that bright. Because if you're doing weapons, not weapons tampering, but evidence tampering for your defendants, then that definitely is something that I mean, that's not even something you got to learn in law school. That's just common sense. You can be somebody, just off the street, with a 11th grade education and know that's wrong. What's up with? I mean, what was up with her? What was up with Nicole Fegan? She was in Instagram posts looking all, she's trying to shine and saying, no, I actually do this shit. And, I go to a gas station, and what I like to hear is when people come up to me and say, oh, you got me out of prison. Thank you very much. And that makes my day. She says stuff like that. It's keep your mouth shut. Why would you talk? Why are you saying things? Why are you telling your defense, who you're representing, to get rid of his phone? That's so obvious. That's not even a question. That's not even like, is that a good thing to do? Is that something I should be doing? Is that the right way? Is that the right course? Duh. That's some old, Slippin' Jimmy, Saul Goodman kind of, status. What's going on. I don't watch the show Suits, but I think it had this other characters. I saw in a vlog. They were talking about, she's the real life version of a character on there. But that's what I was seeing. That's the whole time I was wondering that. I was like, God damn, what the hell was wrong with her? That made no sense at all. Like, even if she gets off, her name is never going to be. I could say she's obviously going to be disbarred. I can see that happening really quick. I mean, it would be a surprise to me if she's not disbarred. After this mess that she made. But yeah. So that's just weird, really weird and goofy. And it just maybe she was paid off by somebody to make it look bad. And she got the money allegedly. This is all my conjecture. And it was like to make Young Thug look even worse. And he's because the trial is already a shit show. It's already a mess. They're going back and forth and using lyrics and all this kinds of stuff. We covered that ground many times, many weeks ago. We don't have to go back that far. But Nicole Fegan, that's some serious mess right there. She's on her way. She's way off her dean. That's for sure. She's not, within the concept of reality. Something within her brain said, dispose of the phone, get rid of it, get rid of it. Like, what? You're a lawyer. You're not even like somebody that dropped out at 9th grade and was an autodidact and took in information on his or her own and tried to study law. No, you went to the school of higher learning. You went to a degree granting institution. So that's what's kind of strange. I see 0 people watching, but Greg S just popped in. So I have to say salute to Greg S. He helps out. If he can do nothing, if he has no money for me, if he has no fellow subscribers for me, at least he gives me views. But I can't tell if he has a view or not. And likes, of course. Yeah, I see a like. Salute. Yeah. Much. I'm saying very much so. Because he said it's kind of a weird charge. Well, it's not really a weird. I take that back. I take that back. Not weird. Not weird. It's not a weird charge. It's just a fact. Are you saying it's weird for a lawyer to get it? That's kind of weird. That's what I'm saying. You see that on TV and movies. You see, a lawyer go down for weapon for. I keep on saying weapons, but that is true for weapons tampering, for weapons evidence and stuff like that. They hide the gun, put the gun in the gutter, and run, as they like to say in songs. Stash the gun and run. But this was just a phone. She just said, get rid of your phone, and they picked that up. They obviously figured that out. It wasn't too hard. Greg S says, I have a friend from middle school that had a similar charge for soliciting someone who did a crime. She was disbarred. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would be completely, surprised if she's not disbarred, if she wasn't disbarred upon her arrest. They didn't talk about that, from my research that I read the articles and saw some videos. And she said, Greg S says, however, she also was an alcoholic. Well, that's still no excuse. Got a DUI and crashed a car in Tampa. Damn. Are you talking about the lawyer or are you talking about your friend? Who are you talking about? Greg S. Are you talking about your friend had the DUI? Oh, the lawyer. Okay, yeah. So yeah. But I think, Nicole I forgot her goddamn name. What was it? Nicole, let's say Nikki, Darling Nikki. That's her new name. That's it, Darling Nikki, the former lawyer. Fegan. Yeah, Nicole Fegan. But I'm gonna just call her Darling Nikki. She was out there looking pretty and primp, trying to show off the set, trying to be, Miss Jiggy, Miss Fly thing. Ha ha ha, he. That's funny. That's funny to me. Makes me laugh. Ha ha. And when people say I kept him out of prison, Lisa Clifton, I have to look that up. Pretty funny story. I'll put that on my page right now. Lisa. Attorney. Okay, I see. Yeah. One-time attorney for Michael Draha loses license. Wow. Or is it Draca? Michael Draca? Draca was found guilty of manslaughter with the use of a firearm, and attorney Draca loses license. Wow. So yeah, so it's not hard. Okay, it says she represented the dude who shot the black man in Clearwater, Florida, for parking in handicapped spot. Wow. You may recall that story a few years back. No, I don't. I'm from that. That seems like a regional story. I don't think that made national news. That seems like it was regional. But that's very interesting. I appreciate that, Greg S. Thank you for contributing to the show. You're actually, being a great supporter right now. I appreciate it. Thank you for being authentic. But yeah, so Darling Nikki, Nicole Fegan, definitely on that skullduggery, unscrupulous activities, acting all wild in these streets. They got memes of her. Oh, it's crazy. They got like a white girl cartoon. She's like this, and everybody else is throwing up gang signs and stuff like that. And this has this white cartoon like this going like this. It looks like she's in with the crew. It's just embarrassing, and it's like in Thugger's mind, he's probably like, God damn, this is gonna hurt my defense. Like, I know she wasn't my lawyer, but she's associated with my case. That's not gonna bode well for me. That's not gonna look right. So he's probably feeling some type of way. He's probably feeling some kind of deep feelings, some kind of deep emotions about the fact that she could, completely derail his whole, case just by association. Just by association. She didn't tell him to discard of the phone. I got it right. She didn't tell him to get rid of the phone. She told this whoever they don't even. I don't think they released the name of the person. She said, "Hold on, let me make 100% sure." It's not showing. It just says all this stuff about unrelated gang charges for YSL, arrested on gang related charges. It says and I quote from the article, Fegan allegedly, I guess it's Fegan. I heard, in the news reports it said Fegan instead of Fegan. But Fegan allegedly called a suspect who was not representing as an attorney to inform him that there were warrants out for his arrest and advised him to dispose of his phone. She was arrested today. This was, I think, yesterday. And was expected to be arraigned in Fulton County on charges of participating in criminal street gang activity and criminal solicitations to commit the offense of tampering with evidence. They didn't even, here it is. His name is Tinquarius Minder. That's the I said the W, the YSL member who was split off from the main YSL RICO case in 2023. Fegan was arrested on suspicion that she'd contacted a suspect in a shooting of two men on September 27, 2022. Some goofy mess. It's real goofy, right? Is that not goofy? A lawyer, somebody with, who just, took 2 classes in community college, knows that's probably not the right thing to do. Probably shouldn't do that. That's me. I must have took 4 classes in community college, and I still am saying that it's goofy, it's weird, and it's simple but true. It's goofy and weird because it's a lawyer who went through years of study, years, not just a few semesters here and there online, and kind of. She went to a school of higher learning, a degree granting institution that said that she can become a lawyer. They're probably going to knock off that ESQ at the end of her name. She might be working at a Cinnabon in Omaha, Nebraska, like Saul Goodman, Jimmy McGill from Better Call Saul. That's how goofy this whole thing is. I mean, that's because he was hiding low. He was in the hiding. But she got arrested. He got arrested to give away the series. I'm giving you the series now, but she's gonna see some. She's probably gonna see at least a year probation, maybe a few months in jail. I don't think she's gonna get like a 5-year or 10-year sentence or something crazy like that. But from what I understand, my understanding is she's gonna get a light sentence. She's obviously tied in with the law and attorneys. She's gonna get a good lawyer. Gonna try to get her out of the situation she's in. I'm sure she has many great contacts within the legal field. So I don't think she has to worry about that. That's one thing she doesn't have to worry about. Greg asks, she had been arrested before and detained in Maryland. Are you talking about your case, this Lisa Clifton case? Is that what you're talking about? I'm looking for it right now. She's charged is she still on? It's still on the Florida bar. She has a bar not eligible to practice law in Florida. Woo! This is a different lawyer, y'all. This is not Darling Nikki. This is Lisa. Lisa Nicole Clifton. This is a similar case. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Where does she? Okay, so is there a Georgia bar? Let me see if there's a Georgia bar. I'm gonna look for her. I'm gonna look for Nicole Fegan. I don't see her. I don't see her. But the case you're talking about, Greg, ass came up. I know, not Nicole Fegan. I figured it out now. But yeah, she can't practice law in Florida. I think you can go back and go to a different state and practice law. You just have to, I think you have to take the bar exam over again and do all that extra paperwork and pay for all that, I'm sure. But yeah, it's these slippery white girls, these white women out here thinking they can get away with, all these kinds of different things as attorneys. These Karen, these Karen Esquires, these lawyer Karens are all over the place. Greg says, I'm saying Nicole Fegan was arrested and held before she even became a lawyer. Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, I see what you're saying now. And that was all in Florida, Greg? That was all in Florida? Excuse me, not in Maryland. That happened in Maryland. She was detained in Maryland. Nicole Fegan was? Is that who you're talking about? I swear, these white women. And then you got like District Attorney Fani Willis. She's going back and forth. I'm never gonna eviscerate a black man, and okay, but you can put a black man behind bars for 30 years or 25 or 40 years, and he may have been an innocent man, allegedly. I don't even know if she's ever been involved in that, but she probably has been involved in it. Yes, she admits it to it in the article I shared. Okay. Did you share it with me? I don't think you can do the link, but you can at least put in the thing and I'll copy and paste it. I didn't see that. I saw the news clip that I've watched on YouTube, and the article that is in Hot New Hip Hop. So she was arrested and then bought out on $40,000 bond. She got out according to WSB TV. So this could possibly negatively affect the current trial of Young Thug and his cohorts, his fellow defendants. It's messy, child. You put it in the chat. Hold on. Yeah, you didn't. You can't. I don't think you can. You gotta have a wrench. Give me $100 and I'll give you a wrench. It's not in here, sir. It's really not. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's like laughing out loud. Yeah, exactly. It's give me $100 and then we can get you a wrench and then you can put it in whatever links you want, but it didn't show up. It bounces right back. But yeah, white women, salt of the earth, keys to the universe, until they turn into Karens, until they turn into terrors. Not terrors, terrors, TERRORS. That's until that happens. They go to the high levels of society. Lawyer, that's what everybody says. Oh, they're going to be a banker. They're going to be a lawyer. That's what I said earlier, Greg S. You weren't listening? She's a real life Saul Goodman. I said that. Slipping Jimmy McGill. She was trying to do some dirty work. Maybe she was allegedly, I don't know. Maybe, She was, getting the chocolate thunder. She was feeling something that way. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm alleging that. That's all alleged. That's all. The member's name is Tinquarius Minder. Did she and Tinquarius Minder have some kind of entanglement? That's all I'm asking. I'm asking the question. Did they have an entanglement? Did they have some kind of relationship beyond the law courts, beyond the defense thing? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Aquarius Minder. I don't know. I have no knowledge. Greg Ass is saying she was definitely getting piped down. She moved to Philly after high school, then allegedly got caught up in a negative lifestyle. So you're talking about Nicole still. Okay, so how did she get involved with YSL? And that's in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's in Fulton County, right? So how did she come all the way down to Fulton County with the young slime life? She all smiling and happy looking in her picture and everything. This is crazy. This is so messy. This is real messy. Okay. Oh. You're saying a lot of things. Hold on. Google Voyage ATL, then Nicole Fegan. Okay. I will do that. I will do that. Oh, this is special. This is Voyage ATL. What is this about? What's going on here? What we doing? Nicole Fegan. Not going anywhere. Not doing anything. I went to the site, but I'm trying to find Nicole Fegan. And then you said slat. That article is an interview with her where she explains it. Where she explains what? How recent was that? This is just This is like a day ago. This just happened. This is 2 hours ago. This just happened. What are you talking about, my friend? The great one, slat. Okay. This is an article with her. You don't have to give me a wrench. Give me $200 and I'll let you in. The interview is 5 years old and explains how she got arrested years ago and got into law. So she was arrested, and then she said, "I'm gonna become a lawyer," like Slippin' Jimmy, like Jimmy McGill, like Saul Goodman, like he had like 3 or 4 names. Hold on, I'm gonna look up his name. I'm because he had a name when he worked at the Cinnabon. Oh my God. Gene Takovich, Victor Sinclair, Slippin' Jimmy, Charlie Hustle, James Morgan McGill, Saul Goodman. He's got like 6, 7, 8 names. That was an excellent show though. If you Google the word Voyage ATL Nicole Fegan, you will find he didn't say find. You will find the internet. Voyage ATL is an online publication. Yeah, no, I found the publication. I just didn't find her name. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Voyage ATL. Voyage ATL. Cole. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you very much, sir. You're the truth. Greg S., I'll be riding on you, pause, for not giving me no money, but or giving me any extra subscribers. But I appreciate you on this one. This looks like it's gonna be something good. This looks like some goody goody. Uh-oh. Got proof. She got the t-shirt. Oh, this shit. I didn't even know this is research after research. Hopefully, we can talk about this another day, because this is what I would have loved to read had I been able to figure it out. So she's got proof lawyer. So she really was in the streets. She's got people holding up gang signs. This is great. Miss Got Proof, transforming defendant to co-counsel. Nicole P. Fegan, Esquire, and Ipsa Adam. Oh my God. She's got the damn I don't know if that's a paint on. Everything is alleged on the internet. You can never tell. But she allegedly has a hashtag got proof with the question mark tattoo on her right arm with the skull, or not the skull, but the teeth that you put over your mouth like this, and it's got the teeth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just skim through this and look at it. She's from North Carolina. She got her bachelor's degree at Drexel University. She moved to Philly, she got her BA or BS, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she got her bachelor's degree from Drexel University. So she's not stupid. She's just not smart. Like, there's a difference. It's like she's got her book learning together, but she didn't have the common sense to, understand, I guess the rules of law, even though she's a lawyer. That's what's so weird. Okay, moving from a small town, Northern City. She interned at the Juvenile Public Defender's Office. That was probably surrounded by Negroes. Up in a lifestyle that ultimately got me arrested. I was still too caught up. Quote, this is a quote from the article from Voyage ATL. But I was still too caught up in a lifestyle that ultimately got me arrested in Baltimore, Maryland, a week before I graduated college. I had no ties to the community and was deemed a flight risk. Eventually, upon my release, I packed my apartment in Philly and moved to Atlanta, Georgia. There's the story. Then she goes on, quote, now I had a goal and a mindset to change my life. See, she had an American story, just like, was seen in the TV and movies. Oh my God, here we go. I started law school and finished in 2.5 years. Okay. Graduated magna cum laude. Get rid of the phone. Magnum cum laude. They won't know. They ain't gonna realize it. Just look. Just get rid of the phone. Nobody has to know about it. I'll continue. Top of the class. She took the bar, passed, and then she became a panel at the State Bar of Georgia. 10 lawyers, a psychologist, a stenographer, writing down my every word. Tough questions were thrown at me. I answered them honestly, good, bad, and ugly. My decisions, my work, my life have prepared me for the obstacle. There was no turning back. Once I received my license to practice law, I opened my solo firm specializing in criminal defense and became Miss Got Proof, the self-proclaimed youngest lawyer to beat a murder. Woo! Wow, she beat a murder case. That was close, by the way, in the murder. So it goes on. She said, they asked the question, great. So let's dig a little deeper into the story. Has it been an easy path overall? And if not, what were the challenges you've had to overcome? Nothing worth having is a smooth road. Struggles are faced daily. In the beginning of any small business, the struggle is real. And I can tell you that is facts. She quotes here, the trick is trusting yourself and knowing where the road leads. You have to make a plan, not just a goal. Take every step and never cut corners. If a step in the plan doesn't work, then learn to pivot. Close quote. All right, so let's talk business. Tell us about Fegan Law. What should we know? My law firm, she says, I'm just going to read the whole thing. This is very interesting because I didn't know about this before my research. Is boutique style and specializes in criminal defense, mostly cases that are going to trial. Many cases that force my clients to prepare for trial and fight their case while still incarcerated in the county jail. My reputation is what I am most proud of. I have made a way for clients to become co-counsel, learning their cases in depth and preparing for every aspect of a jury trial. From jury selection to closing arguments, we become a team. Knowledge is power and preparation is key. A little bit of cliches there, but that's close quote. Ipsa Adam and I co-authored Miss Got Proof, Transforming Defendant to Co-Counsel. Ipsa pled guilty to murder in October 2014 and was sentenced to life. He returned to the trial court after a successful appeal and was acquitted on all charges in August 2017. So what the... Hold up. She had somebody in her co-counsel beat a murder charge over almost a decade ago and was sentenced to life. Then he was put into a trial court after a successful appeal and was acquitted on all charges 3 years later. What? So she might get out of this. If she can beat a murder like that, what the hell? She says, the question asks, is there a characteristic or quality that you feel is essential to success? 3 essential qualities. Quote, the strongest quality that has led to my success is the ability to stay down to earth. It allows my clients and I to connect and build a rapport, a loyalty. 2, understanding the power of being a leader and a teacher. Teaching my clients the art of trial reflects on our quality and precision in court. 3, balance. Free consultation. Miss Got Proof, transforming the defendant to co-counsel, $29.99. Get that money. And she's got her website looks like it's still up. I'm gonna go to it. Bam, FeganLaw.com. Looks like this domain isn't connected to a website yet. Wix.com. Oh my God, this is crazy. I see it now. Thank you, Greg S. You are a loyal supporter. You haven't given me a dime, but you have definitely provided me with great material that I didn't even know was real. I looked at, YouTube clips. I looked at other people's different vlogs. I didn't even know there really was. That does not count as a donation because I can't go to the store and say, well, Greg S, said that he had more information on this lawyer I was talking about. I can't do that. So it doesn't count as a donation. Malik Carter, I see you in here. I don't know if you're still in here, Malik. Have you in a donation of $10 or more? Thank you, Greg S. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the likes. I got 3 likes. People coming in and out. Pause. But yeah, I'll devote this whole hour to just the legal system and different goofy things that happen and weird and sad things and tragic things that happen. If you look up the youngest person to ever be executed, it's a sad, scary, awful, horrific story. Look up youngest person to ever be executed. Look up George Stinney. Very scary, sad story. I think it was a complete miscarriage of justice. Yep, George Stinney. Very sad case. Very sad case. Because this thing was, there was nobody to defend him properly. And it's an all-white jury, white judge, white lawyers. Nobody was defending him properly. He was a 14-year-old boy put to the electric chair. Just imagine that. And he was crying in the chair because he was allegedly he was convicted and sentenced to death for okay, in American I don't know if it's in the world, but definitely in American history. They re-examined his case in 2004 and several individuals in its Northeastern University School of Law sought a judicial review. Stinney's murder conviction was vacated in 2014, 70 years after he was executed, with the South Carolina court ruling that he had not received a fair trial and was thus wrongfully executed. That is the scary side of capital punishment. That's the very serious and sad situation that goes on in life. That is very sad. That is a terrible case. I'm for the death penalty. Well, he let me see. I think he either raped. He allegedly, not that he raped, but he allegedly raped 2 white girls. I think it was. Let me see. Hold on. Somewhere around here. It's very close. I'm trying to find out what he was accused of. I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying to find it. He murder. It was and this is a quote from Wikipedia. On March 23rd, 1944, the bodies of Betty June Binnicker and Mary Emma Timms were found in a ditch on the African American side of Alcolu after the girls failed to return home the night before. Stinney's father assisted in the search. The girls had been beaten with a weapon, variously reported as a piece of blunt metal or a railroad spike. Binnicker and Timms both suffered severe blunt force trauma, resulting in penetration of both girls' skulls. According to a report by the medical examiner, these wounds had been inflicted by a blunt instrument with a round head, about the size of a hammer. Close quote. The medical examiner reported no evidence of sexual assault to the younger girl, though the genitalia of the older girl was slightly bruised. Okay. So he was allegedly, spoken of as a murderer of a double homie of these 2 white girls. And and like I said, look, 70 years after. Okay, he didn't do it. Oh, he's dead. We really murdered him. And our courts go on, our lives go on, everything's cool. But George Stinney was electrocuted to death over something that he didn't even do. That's the scary part of capital punishment. That's the very, I don't even know how many times that happens, but I'm sure that happens within the criminal system right now. Not even execution, just going into the criminal system and you're innocent. Thousands. There's 2 million people locked behind jails and prisons right now. I'm sure there's like a 2% to 5% ratio that says that there has to be some innocent people within that framework. So that's what he did. His parents were slaves. They lived in company housing for a sawmill. I didn't realize that. I didn't even know that. Thank you, Greg S. Thank you again. I appreciate it, sir. But I just remember that case. I remember looking it up one time. They got the equipment for the electrical device on his head, and he's just like tears are just streaming down his face. He's distraught because he didn't do it. He had nothing to do with that. But of course, he was unfairly tried. He was not tried, with his own peers. His peers would be kids. What is that? What the hell does that even mean? When you're tried by your own peers, you're on trial by a jury of your own peers. His own peers would have been 12 and 12 to 16 years old. That a jury, kids, children, come on. You going to get revenge? What revenge can I get? And what the hell does Black History Month mean? Does it just mean for America? Does it mean for parts of the other countries in the world? They're black too. Is it Black American history? Foundational Black American history? ADOS, American descendants of slaves? Just America. Just make sure, because I have a article. Hold on. This is me promoting. Wait till the promotion comes. I have an article that I'm about to put out here for you to read. You can read, right, Greg? You can read. You're smart, nigga. I got this story. It's a lovely story. But yeah, that Stinny case gets me every time. It what because I was doing research because Ayn Rand, the great, I can't just say the great, Ayn Rand, but the great Ayn Rand. Whoa, I have a lot of likes on that mug. But oh wait, that's him. That's not me. The hell? Oh, come, he took my picture, really? God. I got 16. Okay. About to change this. About to change that. He took my shit. Okay. So I got this one up. I have to be smarter because people are going to use the same one. Read that article. Click on that link and share it with whoever you have. Share it with the boy you got. Or I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. You claim Dominican again. I never claimed Dominican. I can read until 2 p.m. when I start drinking. Well, it's a quick read. It's not that long. It focuses on Black History Month and the corruptibility of Black History Month. How it, I can see earlier in earlier history it was legitimate. It's not legitimate now, especially after there was a mixed president, a president of mixed races. I don't think there's need for Black History Month anymore. They want to have the most black people. They want to have the most black, different people involved in February though. The Grammys, black people, black music. Even if they have white faces, they have black music. You have the Super Bowl, black players, black, it's predominantly black people on the field. And then you have the All-Star weekend, what's going on right now. That's more black people. So they picked the right month, I guess, to have all that, during the Black History Month. But it's one nation. We're all one, fabric. We're all woven into the fabric of the red, white, and blue and the stars and stripes. Because everybody likes to say red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue. There's over 40 different flags that have red, white, and blue in them. And we're the only ones that say red, white, and blue. That's how arrogant and good I'm saying. That's American exceptionalism. That's good. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. Same thing with, the name America. There's South America. There's North America. Canada's part of North America. But we say, when you say America, you mean the United States. So we're like claiming that. That's American exceptionalism on a small scale. I mean, that's not like a major deep thing, but just on a small scale, it works. But yeah, so that Stinney case still gets me. I mean, that's such a sad story. I mean, just awful, just terrible. He's 14 years old. He's 14. And he didn't do it. It was people talk about Emmett Till. Yes, we get that. We get Emmett Till. Yes, we get it. And we need to talk about Emmett Till. Every day. Every day should be Emmett Till. But there's George Stinney. George Stinney is hardly ever discussed. He's in art. He's in different artist renderings. I'll just give you a few. So here's some books and films. David Stout based his first novel, Carolina Skeletons, on the case. He was awarded the 1989 Edgar Award for Best First Novel. 1993, Billy by Albert French was inspired by these events. Stephen King's The Green Mile was loosely based on Stinney's story. Stinney may have been the archetype of John Coffey. Another movie about the Stinney case, 83 Days, by Charles Burnett, slated to direct. The film was released in 2018. An opera, Stinny, an American Execution, was written in 2015 by Francis Pollock, who had just earned her master's degree at Peabody Institute. 2022, Opera Grand Rapids in Grand Rapids, Michigan, produced Stinny, an American Execution. Karen Parsons, you remember her from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How High the Moon. I guess she wrote that or directed it. Where a friend, the main character, is framed for murdering 2 white girls, similar to the George Stinney case. So that's just a few examples. It has been explored, but not to the extent of other cases. Not to the extent of because I think it was so clean. See, it's dirty. That's the sad part. It's dirt. His name was sullied for just being a part of the being incarcerated. Look at Emmett Till. He wasn't incarcerated. He was completely blameless. Even if and this is the thing. They're saying that he didn't even whistle at the white woman. So even if he did whistle at her, it would just add it on to how horrific and completely abhorrent his whole case was, and how that played out. How the people that were the defendants, they got off there just, having iced tea and waving the fans in the courtroom, and having a good time, laughing and giggling. And then after the trial, after they were, set for, foot on free land, without being tried as guilty, completely non-guilty, they ran into a magazine. I can't remember. It might have been Life. I can't remember exactly what magazine it was, but they told them, yeah, we did it. And what you gonna do? We white men. We're good. We all right. That's what it is in America. I mean, still to this day. And even if you try to change it, you can't. It's like your DNA. You can try to, use different ways of adjusting it. You can shift it, or your chromosomes or something like that. But I don't think there's the tools for that. I don't think you can add chromosomes or subtract chromosomes once you're born. I don't know, maybe in the womb. I don't know. I don't know the entire science. Don't beat me up for it. I don't know exactly what it is. But yeah, Greg S is saying take revenge for Stinny. That's facts. That's facts. Let me do, at this point, let me do some promoting. If you want to go to a great site, I don't know about the products because he hasn't sent me a single thing. The sea moss and the gummies, I don't know about them. They're probably good for your life. I haven't known yet. I don't know yet. But my man Peng, he came through with a great, donation. I appreciate his efforts and his dollar. But you want to go to lifestrongapparel.com. That's LIFESTRONGAPPAREL.com. And if you want to look for that and for more, he's got even more on lifestrongapparel.com. Enjoy that. All right. Subscribe to BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube.com. Tell them that I sent you, Skylar Saunders. I'm at 0 people right now. 0. This is the hard travails. This is the beginning of a fledgling business. I made a few $1,000s, not tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of $1,000s, just over $1,000. That's it. But back to this. B Jackson. B Jackson's a great guy. He checked on me when I was, I didn't have a lot of shows. I appreciate him. So I thank him for that. He's got the beer, he's got the non-alcoholic beer, he's got sardines, he's got chicken, he's got a whole array of things. He's got commentary. So definitely check him out. Make sure you get to his channel and subscribe to him, and tell him that I sent you. Now subscribe to soul, neo soul, R&B, Quiet Storm. If you want to listen to those artists like Peebo Bryson and Najee and Sade and Kim, he's the one you go to. Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. SPIRIT SMOOTHTUNES. and tell him that Skylar Saunders sent you. Let him know that I'm the one that sent you there. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Also, check out twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS1_. Not a full, not 2 or 3, just 1_. .focus_. Twitch.tv/.focus_. Check them out. Tell them that I sent you. And if you want to advertise or sponsor, you got to pony up. You got to get a few dollars on it. I'm looking for at least $100, for sponsorship and advertising. So I would appreciate that very much. You can go to Skylar Saunders, SKYLERSAUNDERS @gmail.com, and also join my 100 Club by contributing $100 or more in a month to the broadcast. And also, this is my favorite part. You can contribute, you can support the machine by PayPal at paypal.me/SKYLERSAUNDERS. Also Venmo at SKYLERIZED, that's at Scholarized. And my personal favorite, Cash App, it's $SKYLERSAUNDERS1. So I've raised $0 during this whole time. That broke bum niggas. Pastor Troy's now you're getting like Rick James. He's not late. He's just say the great Pastor Troy says. Pastor Troy's still alive. You said the late great. What are you talking about? Greg S? The late great. Pastor Troy is definitely still alive. That's the law. That's the legal system. We the irony of all ironies, even though I say that all the time about everything, but it's pretty tragic. It's pretty sad. America, home of the free, and land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the free. There's over 2 million people locked up behind bars. Those are charges not stemming from actual crimes like rape, murder, robbery, fraud, things like that. Those are actual crimes, and many more, but they're most likely due to drug uses, drug consumption, drug distribution, drug manufacturing, things like that. That's the bulk of I think a good percentage, not most of it maybe, but there's a good percentage of American incarceration rates and jail rates that have people related to drug offenses, which should be completely legalized. Every single drug. And we need to abolish the FDA. That's the thing. People say FDA approved, like it's something good. And we need FDA to have its say over whatever we have in our bodies and to affect our minds. The government should have nothing to do with what has to go into our brains and in our bodies. Has nothing to do with it. It should be a cop, should be a warrior, and should be a judge. And that's it. That's all it has to be. The police, the military, and the law courts. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And of course, you have the other, branches. You have the judicial, the legislative, and executive. Everybody knows that from second grade. But I'm saying that, we have to have a complete separation of, state from ideas, science, economics, and education. ISEE. That's what we have to have. We have to continue this fight. We have to continue this same idealism of making people free and making sure, we have knuckleheads and numbskulls like Darling Nikki And Lisa, she got locked up before she was even, in the bar, and then she turned her life around, and she was on. She got the lure, and Miss, what is it? I forgot what it was already. Hold on. I'm looking for it right now. Miss got proof. Got proof? Question mark. She was called the LeBron James of the legal world. She says, I don't even do work. I don't even network. She said that. Maybe she doesn't know people. Maybe I went too far. She's got Dracos. This is wild. This is wild. Yeah, so we gotta be on the lookout for these snow bunnies that want to take the law in their own hands, think they're above the law. Get rid of the phone. Don't stash the phone. Get it out of here. Don't do nothing else. I'm at 0 viewers right now. Get rid of the phone. You don't need it. Get it out of here. What she had? $40,000 bond. $40,000. And shame and guilt to her name. I mean, I don't think she's been found guilty in the court of law yet, but she's not. Her name has been besmirched again. It's like she can't get away from it. It's like she runs right into danger, and that not even like in a heroic way, but like in a scared child's way. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah, so I'm bouncing back on those stories and bouncing back on George Stinney. I mean that's the danger of having capital punishment. You have to know that that this person is guilty. That's the whole case. That you have to understand completely. You can't have a shadow of a doubt to know that this person committed these crimes or that one crime, whatever the case may be. You can't have even a little bit of well, maybe you kind of no. It's gotta be like, oh, she definitely did it. Oh, he definitely did it. We have to put her to sleep. We have to electrocute him. We have to gas him, or put her in front of a firing squad. We have to hang him. We don't do hangings anymore. The last hanging was in 1996, I think, in my state of Delaware. The last hanging execution. In case you didn't know. It was in January 25th, 1996, almost 20 years, 30 years ago. That was the last hanging, and it took place in my home state of Delaware. But yeah, death penalty is nothing to play with. That's some serious, talk. That's some really serious talk when you're talking about the death penalty. Life in prison is something different. You can be exonerated as long as you have your life. That's the whole point. That's everything that encompasses everything is your right to live, your right to your own life as a selfish human being, as an individual. That's the whole idea of being a human being. The right to your own life, the right to dispose of your own gifts, your own talents, to use your own mind, to think, to create, to build, to make. That's what that's all about. That's the whole idea is concerning your life. So if you had 40 years, 50, 60, 70 years in prison, and you're 100 years old, you went in when you were 30, you had 70 years you served, and they say, oh, we got your DNA, we got, that doesn't match, the DNA at the crime scene. you're free to go, and we'll give you what, $200,000 or whatever case may be, or $40,000, or $60,000. We'll send you on your way. Have a nice life. You got 100 years already, so we got a few more years anyway in the tank. So that's how it is, sadly. But I do want to say that darling Nicole Fegan, and the Lisa, both of them, white girls thought, they're above the law, thought they could, get away with whatever they could, like they were, actual TV versions, the real life versions of Saul Goodman, Slippin' Jimmy McGill, Charlie Hustle, so many different names he had, whatever you want to count. I mean, that's the show I watched. There might be other shows that have other characters like that, but she was an actual representation of that in real life. So that's what I wanted to bring to you, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I'd like to thank Mr. The Great One and Greg S. Greg S. and I, we were just having a conversation together for the most part. But I thank you all for watching. I will be here tomorrow, and you can see me. So take care.